Michigan Republican Party selection of two statewide candidates endorsed by former President Donald Trump could be a litmus test for the strength of his continued influence in the GOP, even in state races. Two high-profile candidates backed by Mr. Trump now moving forward. The Michigan GOP endorsement convention in Grand Rapids saw Matthew DePerno backed as the party's attorney general candidate. DePerno also endorsed by former President Donald Trump, who came to Michigan in early April to show support for several Republican candidates, including DePerno.
My name is Matt DePerno, and I will be your next Attorney General.
Kristina Karamo also emerged victorious as the GOP's candidate for Secretary of State. She, too, was backed by Mr. Trump and was very vocal about witnessing what she claimed was election fraud in Detroit. I spoke with her in 2020.
People keep saying there's equal numbers of Democrats and Republicans. They mean the organization, not as far as people operating on behalf of the party. That's two different things.
Both candidates have another thing in common. They share Mr. Trump's false belief that the 2020 election results were wrong and are considered to be less traditional choices.
Even the party activists seemed split over a Trump-endorsed AG candidate and a more establishment traditional Republican candidate.
Dave Dulio, director of the Center for Civic Engagement at Oakland University, says the effects of Donald Trump on Republicans and republicanism is clearly still present, challenging the traditional notions of what GOP ideals are.
Trumpism is not does not follow Republican orthodoxy to a T. The best example for me is trade policy. And if we think back to 2016 and 2020, when the president campaigned here and when Bernie Sanders campaigned here in both Democratic primaries, their message on trade was not all that different.
There's such a dichotomy here between these top positions, the positions for Attorney General and Secretary of State for the Republicans and the Democrats. And sometimes a stark contrast can benefit one side more than the other if one side is seen as more mainstream. And sometimes people are ready for what they consider to be a revolutionary choice. Will that be the case this time around?
That's the million-dollar question, right? And we'll wait till November to find out. I would also say too, I think it's a really good point about the stark contrast and oftentimes today we hear people complain that there's no difference between the Democratic and Republican parties. Well, not in these races, right? There's stark contrast, and it's up to the voters to decide sort of which direction we go.
The official nomination doesn't happen until a second convention slated for this summer. DePerno and Karamo will challenge Democratic incumbents Attorney General Dana Nessel and Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson in November. Hillary Golston, Fox 2 News.